Tonight, as you prepare to drift into that mysterious realm between waking and dreaming, I invite you to approach your own imagination as the greatest treasure chest ever known. For it is within that quiet, drowsy state, when the outer senses are lulled and the inner ear opens, that the riches of heaven and earth are given. The world has told you that your bank account is empty, that debt is a chain upon your freedom, that you must toil for decades to break free. But I tell you, the world is only the shadow of your inner conversation. The balance sheets, the credit statements, the demanding letters are but echoes of a belief you have carried as if it were truth. Tonight, you are going to listen to a sound far greater than the noise of lack. You are going to hear the music of fulfilled wealth, and it will turn debts into abundance as certainly as night follows day. There exists a power so immense, so immediate, that it cannot be purchased or owned, for it is already yours. It does not live in banks or vaults or stock exchanges. It lives in the deep of you. This power is not bound by the calendar, for it acts outside of time. It is not restrained by the opinions of creditors or the limits of income, because it is the very cause of what you call income, the very law behind what you call money. That power is your own wonderful human imagination. And the moment you know this truth, the prison door of debt swings open. Consider the night hours when you sink toward sleep. You hover between the conscious and the subconscious. Your breath slows. Your body grows heavy. In this twilight of awareness, you stand at the doorway of creation. The world of sense fades, and a deeper reality stirs. It is here that the creative act occurs. What you accept as true in this state is impressed upon the fertile soil of your deeper mind, and from that soil springs the tangible world you call tomorrow. If in this sacred moment you feed the mind with the story of abundance, with the feeling of debts dissolved and wealth overflowing, you awaken to a world that must, by laws, emble the image you held. So tonight I give you the most powerful audio you will ever hear, but it is not a sound that plays from a speaker, not a recording that another can provide. It is the audio of your own inner ear, the voice of the wish fulfilled. Before sleep, create within yourself the melody of wealth accomplished. Hear the soft rustle of checks arriving, the gentle chime of messages declaring paid in full, the laughter of a life unburdened. Whisper to yourself, as though speaking to an intimate friend, I am free, I am wealthy, all that I desire is already mine. Listen to these words as though they are a lullaby from the infinite. Let them sing you into slumber. The world will tell you this is fantasy, but I remind you, the world itself is a grand dream that imagination continuously shapes. Everything you now call real was once only imagined. The house you live in was first a vision in an architect's mind. The currency you hold was first an idea of exchange. The debts you fear were first an arrangement of belief and agreement. If thoughts and agreements form the chain, then thoughts and agreements can break it. As you fall asleep, you unchain yourself by claiming a new agreement. I am wealthy beyond measure, and all obligations are satisfied. Feel the relief as though it were this very instant. Taste the freedom, smell the fresh air of financial peace. Do not beg or wish, simply know. Many have misunderstood this teaching, believing that imagination is mere daydream. But imagination is the creative force of God in action. When Neville said, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled," he gave you the key to all abundance. To assume means to embody. In that drowsy state, do not merely think of wealth, be wealth. If you owed no man, how would you feel? If your bank account overflowed, what lightness would you carry? Capture that feeling. Let it saturate you like warm sunlight. Fall asleep in that embrace. This is the true audio of transformation. You might ask, how can a simple inner act erase the mountain of debt that confronts me? Yet I say, The mountain itself is only the hardened shadow of yesterday's thoughts. Change your thoughts tonight, and you change the seed from which tomorrow's mountain grows. The means by which your freedom arrives is not your concern. The infinite mind has channels beyond your present reasoning. Perhaps an unexpected business opportunity, a sudden gift, a creative idea, or a debt forgiven will unfold. Do not limit the power with your plans. Simply rest in the state of already being the one who has no debt and abundant supply. The law of consciousness will orchestrate the details. Remember, too, the great secret of gratitude. When you lie in that golden silence, give thanks as if the wealth were already in your hands. Gratitude seals the vision. It is the sound of acceptance. The universe hears "thank you" as the evidence of possession. You would not thank someone for a gift you doubted. You thank because you know it is yours. Whisper, "Thank you for my overflowing abundance. Thank you for debts dissolved. Thank you for the freedom to create and give." Let gratitude be the soft music carrying you deeper into sleep. Now I will share a practice. As you prepare for bed, turn off the lights and all distractions. Close your eyes and take a slow breath, inhaling the feeling of contentment. Then imagine yourself waking to a morning where all debt has vanished. Feel the lightness in your chest, the calm certainty that all is well. Hear a friend congratulating you. See the evidence of abundance, the bank message showing a balance so full it overflows, the cleared statements, the letters of appreciation. Hear the joyous sound of your own laughter at the freedom you now enjoy. Do not strain to picture every detail. Let the feeling be enough. When the image feels real, allow sleep to come. Do this not as a chore, but as the most delightful moment of your day. In days to come, walk in the world as if your prayer were already answered. When you face the old reminders of debt, do not wrestle or worry. Smile inwardly, for you know those shadows are fading echoes. Carry the quiet dignity of one who has inherited a fortune. Do not boast or explain. Simply live in the end, and the end will appear. Some will ask, "Must I listen to an actual audio recording?" If it pleases you, you may play gentle music or soft affirmations, but remember, the true power is not in the external sound. The most potent audio is the vibration of your own belief. Your inner ear is tuned to the frequency of creation. When you inwardly hear the words of fulfillment, when you inwardly feel the resonance of wealth, that is the music that moves mountains. Tonight, as you lie upon your pillow, become still and know this truth: you are the operant power. No creditor, no economy, no past mistake holds authority over the imaginal act. The debt is a story. You are the author. Write a new ending. As you descend into that holy darkness of sleep, let every breath affirm, "I am already free. I am already abundant. I am the wealth of the infinite." Feel the words not as a command to the future, but as a statement of present fact. That is the sound the universe obeys. Understand, too, that money is only a symbol of the infinite riches of life. As you imagine abundance, you align with love, creativity, generosity, and joy. Wealth is not merely numbers in an account. It is the overflowing vitality of being. When you embody wealth, opportunities appear, ideas flow, relationships flourish. The audio you create tonight is not merely for dollars. It is the song of a soul recognizing its limitless nature. So I tell you, this night and every night you hold the key. The most powerful audio to fall asleep to is not outside you. It is the inner symphony of fulfilled desire. Let your last waking thought be a melody of riches, a chorus of gratitude, a whispered prayer of completion. Drift with it into slumber, and know that even now, unseen forces are arranging the stage for your abundance to take form. The debts that once troubled you are as insubstantial as yesterday's dream. They cannot stand against the living vision of wealth. You are the dreamer and the dream. Choose now the dream of freedom. Hear it, feel it, believe it. Tonight, fall asleep to the sound of your own imagination declaring, I am wealth, I am free, I am the abundance of God. And as surely as the dawn follows night, the world will echo your inner song. Let us go even deeper into this holy art, for repetition in the stillness of night is the secret of mastery. When you lie upon your bed and the world grows hushed, you enter the borderland where thought is substance and feeling is law. Every gentle breath draws you closer to the threshold of pure creation. Here, you are not a person weighed down by circumstance. You are awareness itself, unlimited and eternal. It is in this state that you may sculpt reality as effortlessly as a dreamer shapes a dream. Imagine, if you will, a clear night sky. Stars shimmer like golden coins scattered across an infinite velvet expanse. In the hush between heartbeats, feel the entire universe leaning close, listening to your silent decree. This universe is not distant. It is the vastness of your own being. When you whisper within, the cosmos echoes without. So let your inner voice speak only of freedom, of wealth already attained, of debts dissolved like morning mist beneath the sun. If stray thoughts of worry or scarcity attempt to intrude, welcome them gently and let them drift by like clouds. Do not wrestle, do not scold. Instead, return to the quiet rhythm of your chosen reality. Hear again the music of abundance, the chime of success, the soft rustle of effortless gain. Feel the thrill of security, the sweet lightness of a burden lifted. The more you linger in this melody, the more your subconscious accepts it as the only truth, and the more quickly the outer world rearranges to mirror that acceptance. Picture yourself awakening into a radiant morning. Sunlight spills across your room like liquid gold. You reach for your phone or your statement, and there it is. A message of unexpected income, a debt forgiven, a balance greater than you imagined. Let the joy of that moment seep backward into the present, so that tonight, as you drift toward sleep, you feel its reality now. This is not pretending. This is the law of the end fulfilled. When you live in the end, time collapses. The future rushes forward to meet the state you have already claimed. You may wonder how such inner acts translate into physical results. Remember, consciousness is the only reality. The world is but consciousness objectified. Events and circumstances are simply the outpicturing of inner assumptions. When you persist in the assumption of wealth, the very energy of life reshapes itself around you. Ideas will come that you never considered. Encounters will occur that defy logic. Money may arrive through channels unknown to you today. The path is not yours to map. Your task is to dwell in the feeling of the wish fulfilled until it solidifies into fact. As you listen inwardly, notice the gentle music of your own breath. With each inhalation, imagine drawing in the fragrance of prosperity. With each exhalation, release the stale air of limitation. Feel the bed supporting you as though it were a throne of divine supply. The sheets become silk of infinite abundance, the pillow a cloud of celestial riches. Allow every detail to declare, I am cared for, I am supported, I am limitless wealth in form. And if you desire a symbol to focus the mind, imagine a golden key resting lightly in your palm. This key is the authority to open every vault of creation. As you drift deeper into the sweet embrace of sleep, sense that key dissolving into light and entering your heart. There it unlocks the treasury of infinite supply, a treasury that has waited only for your recognition. You are not pleading with an external God. You are awakening to the God within, the true source of all riches. When doubts whisper their old refrain, but the bills are real, the debt collectors call, smile gently, as a parent smiles at a child's nighttime fear. For those bills are yesterday's imaginations taking form, nothing more. They have no power except what you lend them. Tonight you lend your power elsewhere. Tonight you bestow it upon the vision of overflowing wealth, upon the feeling of a life free and joyous. As you hold that vision faithfully, the old images fade like lanterns at dawn. Consider how the seeds of a mighty oak lie hidden in the soil, unseen yet sure. You do not stand over the ground shouting at the seed to sprout. You water it, you trust the process. You know that the silent law of life will bring forth the tree. So it is with your imaginal act. Once planted in the fertile subconscious, it must grow. You need not strain. Your only work is to believe and to rejoice as if the harvest were already here. Perhaps tomorrow or the next day, a friend will call with an unexpected opportunity. Perhaps an idea will flash through your mind as you sip morning tea, a business, an investment, a creative venture. Follow the gentle nudges with joy, but never with fear, for the root of your supply is not the action itself. The action is merely the channel through which the abundance flows. The source remains the inner audio you play each night, the silent music of fulfilled desire. Let us linger on the sweetness of gratitude once more. Gratitude is the golden oil that keeps the lamp of manifestation burning bright. As you sink toward sleep, whisper your thanks to the unseen. Thank the life that breathes you. Thank the wealth that now courses through your experience. Thank the freedom that is yours by right of being. Gratitude is not mere courtesy. It is creative power. To thank is to claim possession. When you give thanks in advance, you announce to the universe, I already have it. And the universe, being your own deeper self-responds, indeed you do. Listen now to the rhythm of your heart. Each beat is a drum of abundance. Each throb declares the eternal I am, the name of the infinite within you. Hear it not as a sound of flesh, but as the cosmic pulse of creation. With each heartbeat, affirm silently, I am wealth, I am freedom, I am joy. Feel those words merge with the heartbeat until they are indistinguishable. This is the most powerful audio you will ever know, the living sound of your own divine identity. You may notice, as days pass, that old fears attempt to return. Perhaps a letter arrives or a reminder pings on your phone. Instead of recoiling, greet it as evidence of transformation underway. The letter is simply the final flicker of an extinguished belief. Smile, for you know that the new state is already established. Continue each night to nourish the inner sound of wealth, and watch as even the most stubborn debts dissolve like sugar in warm water. Do not measure progress by the clock. Time is a servant, not a master. The invisible process of creation works beyond linear schedules. Some manifestations appear swiftly, like lightning across a summer sky. Others unfold gradually, like the blooming of a rose. But all obey the law. What you accept as true in the silence of imagination must appear in your world. Feel now the profound peace of knowing that you are the operant power. There is nothing outside of you to fear, no force that can oppose the imaginal act. You and the Creator are one. The very energy that spins the galaxies stirs within your breath. When you claim wealth, the stars themselves conspire to mirror your claim. This is not arrogance. It is the recognition of truth. Perhaps you recall a moment in childhood when you wished with pure innocence, and it came to pass, a toy, a friend, a sunny day for a picnic. That same childlike certainty is the secret of manifestation. Approach tonight's practice with the playfulness of that child. Pretend with full belief, not as an escape from reality, but as the forging of reality. Play is the gateway to creation. In play, there is no doubt, only joy. As you listen inwardly, let gentle images dance across the mind, a garden of golden flowers, a fountain overflowing with crystal water, a river of light that carries away all heaviness. These are not mere fantasies, they are living symbols of the wealth that is your true nature. Bathe in their radiance, let their beauty soothe you into deeper rest. If thoughts of action arise, ideas for work, investments, conversations, receive them with gratitude, but do not force them. Action inspired by inner conviction flows without strain. You will know it by the ease it carries, the quiet excitement that accompanies it. Trust that these impulses are the natural outworking of the state you have assumed. Now sense the quiet hum beneath all sounds, the silent vibration that underlies existence itself. This is the eternal music, the cosmic lullaby. Feel it as a gentle resonance in your bones, a soft ringing in the inner ear. This is the true audio to which you fall asleep, the vibration of the infinite declaring its limitless supply. Merge with it, let it carry you beyond thought, beyond effort, into the pure being that you are. Each night that you practice, the inner sound grows clearer, stronger, more undeniable. Soon it will feel as if an invisible choir sings you into dreams of wealth and freedom. And when you wake, the world will have shifted, first subtly, then unmistakably, until it reflects perfectly the harmony you cultivated within. Continue, night after night, with patient delight, for the universe loves persistence bathed in joy. Never strain, never worry. Simply return to the melody of abundance as you drift into sleep. Your debts, no matter how large they seem, are but fleeting shadows. Your wealth, no matter how distant it appears, is already present in the realm of cause. And you, the dreamer of dreams, stand always at the threshold of infinite creation. Sink even deeper now into the velvet quiet of your inner world. The night is not merely an absence of day. It is the canvas upon which you paint tomorrow. Each breath you draw is a stroke of creation. Each heartbeat is a silent decree of life's abundance. Feel how the darkness around you is not empty but alive. Alive with possibility. Alive with the unformed substance of everything you could ever desire. Within this living silence, your imagination is the sculptor's hand shaping wealth as surely as a potter shapes clay. Close your eyes a little tighter and notice how the edges of your body blur. You are not confined to this shape. You are a vast awareness, a limitless field of being. In this state, the concept of debt loses all meaning. There is no creditor, no number on a page, no pressure of time. There is only the eternal I Am, the great presence within you that speaks worlds into existence. It is this presence that hears your every inner word as law. Let that truth settle into you like warm honey, thick and golden. Listen to the faint hum behind all sound, a soft resonance that vibrates through the room. That hum is the undercurrent of creation, the soundless sound from which all music springs. Let it mingle with the rhythm of your breathing. Inhale the fragrance of prosperity. Exhale every memory of limitation. With each breath, feel yourself becoming lighter, as if gravity itself releases its hold. This is the sensation of burdens dissolving, of debts melting like ice in spring sunlight. Imagine the gentle ring of a bell in the distance, a single pure tone that stretches into infinity. This is the bell of completion, the signal that your assumption of wealth is now a fact in the unseen. Do not try to grasp how the world will rearrange. That is not your work. Your task is only to dwell in this inner music until it saturates your every cell. When you hear this bell within, you can rest, for the seed has been planted and must grow. Allow images of abundance to rise spontaneously. Perhaps you see a waterfall of golden light cascading into a vast lake, the water sparkling with countless coins of shimmering energy. Perhaps you feel a gentle rain of emerald light falling softly upon your skin, each drop a blessing of wealth. Perhaps you simply sense a warm glow expanding outward from your heart, filling the room, filling the city, filling the entire earth. Let these impressions play freely. They are the language of the subconscious, which understands symbol and feeling more than words. Should a fleeting thought of unpaid bills or looming deadlines appear, smile at it as you might smile at a passing bird. Do not chase it, do not fight it. Simply allow it to drift beyond the horizon of your attention. Return instead to the golden waterfall, the emerald rain, the inner bell of abundance. Know that these visions are more real than paper statements, for the unseen shapes the scene as surely as a seed shapes the tree. As you hover in this dream state, let your inner ear hear voices of celebration. Perhaps a loved one exclaims, "You did it. Everything is paid." Perhaps a friend says, "I can't believe the opportunity that came your way." Hear their tones of joy. Feel the warmth of their hugs. Let the conversation flow naturally as though it were happening now. This inner dialogue is the true audio of wealth, the conversation of a fulfilled desire echoing through the halls of the mind. Let your senses participate fully. Smell the subtle scent of fresh paper currency or the crisp fragrance of a brand new home. Taste the sweetness of freedom as if it were a ripe fruit on your tongue. Feel the texture of luxury, the soft leather of a new chair, the cool smoothness of polished marble beneath your feet. Engage every sense until the experience is as vivid as waking life. In this sacred rehearsal, you are not imagining to escape reality, you are imagining to command it. Remember the gentle truth: consciousness is the sole creator. The world you wake to tomorrow is the echo of the state you occupy tonight. No force outside you can prevent this law from operating. It is impersonal and unfailing, as certain as gravity. When you inhabit the state of wealth, life must echo wealth. When you persist in the joy of freedom, circumstances align to reflect freedom. You need not force results. You need only persist in the feeling. If at times you doubt, remind yourself of past moments when imagination shaped your life. Recall the time you longed for a friendship and found it. Recall the dream of a journey that unexpectedly unfolded. These memories are testimonies of the law at work. Let them renew your confidence. The same power that once brought those experiences now acts to bring financial freedom. Let the rhythm of your heart be a metronome guiding you deeper. With each beat, silently affirm, "I am supplied, I am free, I am infinite abundance in expression." Feel how these words merge with the heartbeat until they are one steady vibration. You are programming the very fabric of reality with every repetition. Now allow a soft golden mist to envelop you. It swirls gently, shimmering with tiny points of light. Each point is a channel through which abundance may flow: a new client, a creative idea, a forgiven debt, a gift, a sudden opportunity. Do not attempt to name or count them. Simply know that they are countless, that the infinite has ways beyond your reasoning. Rest in the comfort that the path is already arranged. Sense yourself floating above the timeline of your life. See below you the days to come like a ribbon unfurling into light. Notice how this ribbon glows brighter where wealth and freedom bloom. Glide forward along it and look back with serene gratitude at the version of yourself who once worried about debt. Smile lovingly at that self, for you have stepped into a reality where freedom is natural. Let this vision imprint itself upon your being. Should you hear faint echoes of the outer world, cars in the distance, a clock ticking, allow them to blend into the inner symphony. Everything now serves as accompaniment to the music of your new state. Even the ticking clock affirms the passing of old limitations. Each tick a soft applause for the life of abundance dawning within. Consider, for a moment, the countless stars hidden beyond the night clouds. Each is a sun, each a symbol of endless possibilities. Your imagination, too, holds galaxies of potential. You are not limited to one narrow path of prosperity. You are a universe of opportunities. Allow the mind to drift among these stars, gathering their light, knowing that your wealth is as infinite as the cosmos itself. Let your breathing slow until it is nearly imperceptible. With every gentle inhale, feel as though you draw in starlight. With every exhale, release any remnant of worry. The body becomes weightless, the mind luminous. You are now more vibration than form, more song than thought. In this state, every idea of limitation simply cannot survive. If an inspired impulse arises, a vision of a project, a thought to call someone, a sudden strategy, let it float without grasping. You need not act now. Trust that when waking comes, the right steps will be clear and effortless. The action will feel natural, joyful, inevitable, as though you are simply following the music of your own creation. Notice how a subtle smile forms on your lips, unforced. This is the smile of knowing, the quiet delight of someone who has glimpsed the boundless. The smile itself is a sign. You are dwelling in the wish fulfilled. You are no longer a seeker of wealth. You are wealth experiencing itself. Allow this smile to widen inwardly until it fills your entire being. The golden mist brightens. The inner bell resonates again. The stars shimmer closer. You are immersed in a universe of plenty, and that plenty is you. Remain here, adrift in the soundless music, letting it carry you deeper and deeper into the fertile mystery of sleep, where every image you have lovingly held will take root and bloom in the waking world. Settle even more deeply into the quiet that surrounds you now, the rich velvet hush that is neither fully waking nor fully asleep. Notice how the stillness has a texture, as though the very air is woven of shimmering threads. These threads respond to every subtle impulse of thought and feeling. They wait for your direction, for the faintest whisper of intention, and they vibrate instantly, eager to become the form you command. This is the living fabric of reality, and you are the weaver. Feel the soft weight of your body resting against the mattress. The ordinary world has faded, the senses have surrendered. In this tender interval, you are no longer bound by clocks or calendars. You are awareness itself, limitless, eternal, luminous. Within this boundless field, the notion of debt cannot exist. Numbers on paper, lines on a ledger, interest rates and balances, all of it is merely yesterday's imagination hardened into shadow. Shadows cannot bind you when you stand in the sun of present vision, and the light of that vision begins within. Listen with your inner ear. Behind the gentle rhythm of breath, you may detect a faint, endless tone, a vibration that is not sound but pure presence. It hums softly like a cosmic heartbeat, steady and eternal. Let this vibration carry you. Feel it radiating through your chest, down your arms, into the tips of your fingers, then flowing into the space around you until you can no longer tell where you end and the universe begins. This is the sacred soundless sound, the true audio of creation. Now allow a picture to form, not forced, but arising of its own accord. Perhaps you see yourself standing in a room filled with warm golden light, the air fragrant with the scent of new beginnings. A table stands before you, and upon it rests a book of accounts. You open it and find every page stamped with the words "Paid in full." Hear the soft click of the stamp as each line receives its seal of freedom. The sound is gentle yet decisive, a rhythm of liberation. Linger in that sound until it becomes the music of your heart. Invite other senses to join this inner ceremony. Feel the texture of the paper beneath your fingertips, smooth and cool. Smell the faint aroma of ink drying in the golden light. Taste the sweetness of release as though it were a drop of honey on your tongue. Let these sensations weave together until they are more real than the room in which you lie. This is not escape, this is creation. You are impressing the subconscious with the fact of freedom. Now picture the faces of those you love, family, friends, companions on the journey. Watch as their expressions glow with delight when they hear of your freedom and abundance. Hear their voices ring with congratulations. Perhaps someone embraces you, whispering, "I knew it was already done." Feel the warmth of that embrace. Feel the certainty that radiates from their eyes, a certainty that mirrors your own. This, too, is the powerful audio that reshapes the world, the inner conversation of success already achieved. If any thought of doubt or limitation attempts to enter, let it drift like a leaf on a gentle stream. You need not chase it or argue with it. Acknowledge it lightly and return to the stream of abundance. Imagine that golden current carrying every worry far downstream until it vanishes beyond sight. The stream is the life of your own consciousness, forever renewing, forever pure. Breathe in deeply and imagine inhaling starlight. Each breath fills you with a soft glow, as though thousands of tiny suns have entered your lungs and now illuminate every cell. Exhale gently and feel old memories of lack dissolve into nothingness. With each cycle of breath, your body becomes more luminous, more spacious, until you feel like a constellation of stars floating in a vast and friendly sky. Consider how every invention, every fortune, every masterpiece was once a private vision in someone's mind. The grandest buildings, the swiftest machines, the most intricate music, all began as quiet imaginal acts. There is no difference between their process and yours. The same creative law that birthed empires listens to your whisper in this silent hour. Trust that law, it cannot fail, for it is the very nature of existence. As you hover at the edge of sleep, let a scene of future joy unfold. Perhaps you walk along a quiet beach at sunrise, the tide washing soft patterns into the sand, your heart light and free because financial concerns have vanished. Perhaps you are in a bright studio, creating art or music without the faintest thought of bills or balances. Perhaps you simply sit in your home, sunlight streaming through wide windows, knowing that you are abundantly supplied. Do not force details. Let the scene breathe. Feel it as reality now. Allow a gentle mantra to arise, effortless and natural. Perhaps it is simply, "I am free. I am wealth. I am." Whisper it inwardly to the rhythm of your breath. With each repetition, the words grow less like a phrase and more like a vibration, a living frequency that permeates your entire being. This is the true song that transforms the world, the resonance of fulfilled identity. If practical ideas surface, a plan for a new business, an impulse to speak with someone, a spark of creativity, welcome them without urgency. These are natural outworkings of your new state. You need not leap up to capture them. Trust that when the moment for action arrives, it will carry a sense of effortless inevitability. Inspired action never strains. It flows like water downhill. Now feel a subtle expansion, as if the walls of the room have dissolved. The universe itself is your dwelling place. Stars flicker within reach, each one a golden possibility. You are not a small figure gazing outward. You are the vastness in which those stars shine. In this limitless expanse, abundance is the only natural condition. Debt cannot survive here. It is a fiction of a smaller mind. Smile gently as you recognize this truth. Listen again to the inner hum, the cosmic heartbeat. With each beat, silently affirm, "I accept infinite supply. I live in overflowing abundance. I am the source expressing as wealth. Feel the vibration strengthen until it seems the entire cosmos pulses with these words. They are no longer affirmations but statements of eternal fact. See now a vision of doors opening, hundreds, thousands, each leading to a different avenue of supply. You need not choose which one to enter, they all open to the same boundless treasure. The infinite knows the swiftest, most graceful path. Rest in the certainty that the way is already prepared. Sense a delicate fragrance, perhaps of jasmine or sandalwood, wafting through your imagination. Let it represent the sweetness of wealth, the aroma of a life unburdened. Inhale deeply, and let this scent anchor the feeling of abundance, so that it lingers even as you sleep and even as you wake. Perhaps an image arises of a great treasury filled with shimmering light rather than coins. This light spills out endlessly, never diminishing. Walk into this treasury. Feel the light settle on your skin like warm silk. Realize that this light is your own consciousness, forever full, forever giving. You cannot exhaust it, you cannot lack it, you are it. As you drift nearer to sleep, the boundary between thought and reality disappears. The scene of wealth you hold now is not a mere dream, it is the very substance from which tomorrow is shaped. The subconscious receives it as a command, and the outer world, obedient and precise, will echo it in perfect timing. Stay with the sensation a little longer, the soft glow in your chest, the soundless music surrounding you, the certainty of supply. Let it expand until it fills the night, until even the stars seem to sing the truth of your abundance. Float gently in that music, letting it guide you ever deeper into the fertile darkness where imagination becomes fact. As you prepare to step from this quiet night into the bright promise of a new day, remember that nothing outside you holds the key to your freedom. The sound you have heard in the silence, the feeling you have embraced as real, is the creative power of God within your own wonderful imagination. Hold to it with the gentle certainty of dawn following night. Walk in the assurance that your debts are already dissolved, that your life now overflows with plenty, and that the wealth you have claimed is not coming, it is. Live from that end, give thanks for it, and let the world rearrange itself to reflect the truth you now know. You are free, you are abundant, and the riches of the infinite are forever yours. Beloved, the truth has been spoken, and the seed has been planted. All night we have journeyed through the inner landscape, where imagination rules and every vision becomes form. You have heard the silent music of wealth, felt the fragrance of freedom, and walked through doors that only consciousness can open. Now you know that the figures in a ledger and the noise of the outer world are but yesterday's dreams, powerless before the living vision you hold. As you leave this sacred stillness, carry with you the certainty that you are the operant power. Persist gently in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. See only the reality of abundance already yours. Live tomorrow as though every debt were a memory, every need already met, every opportunity already flowing. Give thanks for what is, not for what will be, because the miracle exists now. Let gratitude be your constant companion. Let quiet confidence guide your every step, and let love be the measure of your wealth. You are the dreamer and the dream, the creator and the creation, and nothing can stand between you and the infinite riches of your own wonderful human imagination.